Hey there viewers, thank you for tuning into Supermariodiagnostics once again. Today we have a 2006 Dodge Durango with a 5.7 liter Hemi in it. And customer's concern is long crank times, sometimes crank no starts, and starts and stalls. He says that he took it to another tech, another mechanic, what have you, and they said that the ASD relay is clicking like crazy to check that out. But I get into the car, can't recreate the symptom. Oh, before I get to the meat and potatoes of it, this car was received yesterday. We're first thing in the morning right now, but this car was received yesterday, and I had about 10 minutes with it, pulled some codes, and at first when I went into reverse, all the lights came on, the battery light came on, the tack stopped working, and then I put it back into park, and everything was fine. Turned it off. Came back around, turned it on again, and then instead of doing it in reverse, I did it when I hit the brake pedal, and all the lights, the headlights would come on, the back light for the cluster would come on, all the lights would come on, and the tack would stop working. Let go of the brake, everything is beautiful. And on top of that, I was doing auto scans, and the first time I scanned the codes, I wasn't touching anything, and it went through all the modules. It was like over 40 codes, communication codes. I went to do it again to see if there was something going on, and went back and went to auto scan and hit the brake pedal while it was doing its auto scan, and it skipped all the interior, all the buses. I'm sorry, all the modules that's on the CAN B bus. Some of those codes that remained when I lost communication with all those interior modules was CAN bus codes. So we're gonna try to recreate it, and first thing in the morning, and let me see if this thing will do a crank no start or anything like that, because I have not been able to reproduce that. Okay, so it starts up fine. We have check engine light, so I'm gonna hit the brake pedal right now, and nothing happens. Oh, you saw that? The tack went down and the battery light came on. I'm gonna let go of the brake pedal and see if it does it again. Nothing. I'm gonna hit the brake pedal right now, and there it does it. Now yesterday was a lot worse. Yesterday all the lights came on, the back lights, the whole shebang. So it's like, what kind of to me, I'm thinking a short, but I'm gonna play it safe, and I want to do an auto scan on this thing and see what we got. Alright, so I'm gonna pause it right there. We see that it went through these. Let's see if it does the same thing it did yesterday so you guys can see it. I'm gonna hit the brake pedal and hit auto scan and see what we get. Interesting. So yesterday you skipped through all that. There must be something going on that is not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday was a full-on, something was going on. And if I remember correctly, service information says that the tack is red, and the tack in the cluster is responding to a CAN bus signal. I'm gonna have to look it up, and I'll show you guys if I find that information. But I'm pretty sure it's transmitted through the network. The information is transmitted through the network. But anyway, let's see what we can do to tackle this thing. But before we do that, let's just take a quick look at the codes that we have at this moment that I just did that auto scan. So we have lost communication with the TCM, TIPM, brake switch performance, fuel pump control, circuit open. I think that's a result of the ASD relay being open, because I actually disconnected the ASD overnight so that it wouldn't be clicking on and off overnight. And I think same thing goes with the throttle control system, unable to open. I had it disconnected. That's why it's stored and it's not current. But today in the morning I reconnected that ASD relay and we were good to go. So a lot of stuff. CAN bus active, a lot of lost communication with everything that's pretty much interior bus. Right, so let's take a look at this information here real quick. And I've already did my search feature here on the tachometer, and on the operation we can see here that it says the Tachometer gives an indication of vehicle operator of the engine speed. The gauge is controlled by the cluster circuit the circuit board based on cluster programming and electronic messages received from the PCM over the CAN bus. So question is, how does the PCM connect to the instrument cluster? Is it through the high speed, the chassis bus, or is it through the body interior bus? The other thing I want to look at is the battery light. See if that's controlled, because that's what we see right now. I want to see if that's somehow controlled with the CAN bus, if I can find it. Battery indicator. It's all about searches. Charging indicator. Let's just take a look anyway. Alright, so same thing. CAN bus. The battery light is right there. And there's our same operation. Messages through CAN bus. So now I want to take a look at the information bus diagram. And see how the PCM connects to the cluster. So if I could find my cluster right here, right? It goes through a junction block, the junction block, and it connects to, let's see how it gets to the PCM. It looks like our front control module might be the middleman between both buses, because it has CAN C over here and then it has CAN B bus here. So what I want to do is tap into the CAN B bus with the scope and see what happens when I press that brake pedal. I think there are several ways we can get in. I think through the driver. There's a driver seat module, if I'm not mistaken. Occupant classification module under passenger seat. What about the driver's side? Oh, seat memory module under driver's seat. So I'm gonna take a look in there and see if there's anything accessible, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so that's a no-go. We're gonna have to go in somewhere else. So looking at the diagram, I see the junction block, which we saw already, and it is in the left kick panel, so I think we should dig in there first. So the colors were white and white plus orange. If I can lay my light down somewhere. Whoa, I see something. I don't know if you guys can see this. I really hope you can, but there's water in this relay right here. See if I can press this down and it'll drip or something. Let me just see if I can take this out instead. See that? Water intrusion. So already off to a good start. So quick update. I brought the car out to start my diagnosis on the water intrusion, where it came in through. I can already see somebody has already tried that, but it stalled on me. So symptom recreated. Let's see if it does it again. There it started and it turned off. No tack working, and my Prindle, my gear selector, all of them are on. None of them show any gear specific to being on. Let's try this again. It turns on, then it turns right off. It's almost like a strategy. I don't think the customer's gonna have a choice in this one. He's gonna have to change that junction block. Alright, so we got our new part here. Hopefully you guys can see that very well. Let's go ahead and start changing this thing out. Now, we did speak to the customer about the water damage, water intrusion, and he says that he believes it was his fault, and he's gonna deal with it on his own. So we're just doing this part, and he's gonna deal with the water intrusion on its own. So So to conclude our video, customer declined anything else. He's gonna take it as is. He's already been in here. He says that water intrusion may have been his fault. I don't know what he was doing. Might have hit it with a garden hose. I don't know. Codes cleared on their own. No symptoms. Has been running. Has not stalled. It's been here for a good long while, and no more TPS or ASD relay chatter. And for the final piece of the puzzle, this video wouldn't do justice unless, of course, I show you this. Now I'm gonna zoom in on you, and what do we have here? Green crusties. See that? See all that moisture? See if you guys get to see this really well. Would hate to take this video for nothing if you guys can't see it, so there it is. Nothing but green crusties. See if I could. Oh, I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. Nothing but moistures and short circuits. Oh, there's a good sample right there. So that ends that. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I appreciate you taking the time. Hit like, share, subscribe, comment. What did you like? What didn't you like? I wish I could have shown you the scanner, but my coworker has it. And you know, I'm dying to conclude this video. It's been a while since I posted anything, but I believe we have here a very satisfied customer, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Thanks again. Till next time.